Hello and welcome back yet again to more of our randomized deck. If you haven't been here before, we basically spin this wheel. We will then take whatever deck we get from the beginning. I was just looking at the Marnie's Grimmsnarl from the last episode, and basically we will try to work through the entire thing. And I've only ever played a few of these before, so it's a little interesting. We've done pretty good in the series so far. We have had Dragapult, the number 1, and we've had Marnie's Grimmsnarl, the number 6. So I have removed those from the running. We will roll through this, see what we get. Alright, we have Crustle, so we will remove him from that. We will go into here. And Crustle looks like a control deck for the most part. But we will see. This really hasn't played super high. Not to, shit on anybody that's used it. But it's just not one of the top tier decks. So in this we have Dwebble, Crustle. Basically, we just want to stall things out, it looks like. I will admit, I have never used the Mist energies, so that could be a little interesting. I don't know why you wouldn't, just use one of the special ones that provides any type, as opposed to having some of these the way that they are. But, aside from that, we got a ton of Arvins, a ton of Boss's Orders, Crispins, Ionos, and Turbo Energize lets me search for more basic energy cards. Blindside lets me do 100 damage as long as there is somebody that has damage on them, so I can attack the bench. Alana's Aid is one that I haven't saw before, so as long as I don't need to have anything with a rule box, we don't need it. Energy Switch, Pokevile A. Now this is one that I have never used before, nor have I actually saw it before. So this is going to be a little interesting. Practice Studio. Basically, I'm working at any way that I could possibly have Crustle do more damage and stay alive super long. So we'll get it going. Copy to clipboard already. We'll go into the deck randomizer. Last episode we had Marnie. The episode before that we had Dragapult, and we've been doing pretty good. Let's call this the Crusty randomizer deck. So Dwebble, do I have any of these? Alright, I need to buy 2 of them. Crustle, do I have any of these? Alright. Then I'll just get rid of these ones. Just so I don't need to buy many more. Because I was going to say those were kind of expensive. Not bank-breaking expensive, but still. Trainers. Alright, I know I got 4 Arvins. So we'll get this out of here. And we'll put the last one there. Crispin, I know I have these, and it seems like they're all... Yeah, I'm not going to buy a single one if I don't need to, so... Yeah, I'm just going to use all these. Basically, the reason this is so annoying is because if it's only 3, then I can overflow it to be able to use it. Alright, I only have 1 chorus. Did not know that. But when it's already 4, then it's a little annoying to get the last one in there if I only need like 1 of them. Exchange, I'm kind of surprised it's not more expensive just because of how kind of rare A-spec cards are. I'm not even going to check to see if I own that because I'm pretty damn positive that I don't own really any of these. Alright, any of these, I don't own the correct Mist energies. Alrighty. The Crusty randomizer is now all in. We'll go to... I don't want to learn about those. The owned ones, don't really know what I should get for this. We'll drip it out with that box. And because we're going to go Crusty Crustler, we got to add some pizzazz. I'm not going to have very much color this time around. It's mainly just going to be shells. So then we can follow that up with, who knows, we'll go this coin. Feel like it's more appropriate. Alrighty, we got the Crusty randomized. We will set that buddy active and go into our match. Alright, Djembo, or however you say this name, let's try to have a good one. Heads, and I don't know if I'm supposed to go first or second this time, so we will err on the side of what I always do, and it's try to go second. But I don't even get the choice, so I'm going first. Golly. Alright, this isn't a horrible start. We have basically one of the best, just absolutely stop them from doing anything to me, except for maybe Mew. Pokegear. Alright, I put those back into my hand, so we can Artisan to get this started. We'll go Dwebble. Get our, the ones that need to evolve going a little bit quicker than maybe anything else. We'll get Arven. We got our supporters, and honestly, we could probably just end our turn here. I don't want to waste my air balloon just yet, just in case I need to use it later on a Crustle to save him from dying. I do think it'd be kind of interesting to have the Professor Turos, I forget what it's called, but it's when you're able to pick up anything from your hand or your active spot and basically put it, your bench or your active spot and put it into your hand. And I think that would be a really good idea to have in this deck. I always feel like I comment on things that I think that they could do better, and because there normally is things that they could do better. And I know that a lot of people could look at my decks and be like, wow, you play like this? So, just always ways to fit it to your play style. And I'm not really sure what this deck is. I don't know if I've ever saw Electrike in an actual deck. Of course, I know what the Pokemon is. I actually know its name. I didn't call it, like, some weird name. So, like, Ogerpon, I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't play that game. I don't know anything about no Ogerpon. Now, Dwebble, that's back from like X and... No, that's from Black and White, if I recall correctly. I may be wrong on that. But I love this game. It's a little hermit crab. What am I supposed to do? It looks cool. Alright, we're going to sit here for the next 20 minutes while they're doing things, it seems like. Played Arven. Future. So we'll see where we end up. Iron Hands. Of course it's Iron Hands. It's always Iron Hands. Why wouldn't it be? But that is important to note just because he does not have a rule box, whereas Mew does. However, he will not be able to one-shot my Ogerpon, but it'll be risky. It'll be kind of out there. Control decks are really hard to play against stuff like this, which I would also potentially like Neutralization Zone, which is good. It's really good, but I don't know. Now it does 140 damage. It still won't one-shot anything I have. I believe Crustle might actually be in the one-shot zone. I'm not sure. Well, shit. This ain't good. Imagine he takes 3 from me. Because what? It's an additional prize card? Yeah. How do we go through this? We'll go Artisan first and foremost. Get a Monkey Dory. I'm not really going to be doing anything that's going to need to involve an energy this time around, just because I'm not in a position to be able to do it. We could probably do... Crispin doesn't give me anything that I need. Really seems like I'm going to be sacrificing my Dwebble. Sorry, buddy. But not much that I can do against his Iron Hands right now. I'm just not set up enough for it. But any combination of Pokemon that don't have a rule box. Now that's going to be important, but gotta get rid of her so I can get some energy cooking through here. Ascension. What does Ascension do? Search your deck for card that evolves from this Pokemon and put it onto this Pokemon and evolve it. So I don't want to feed him to the wolves just yet. I feel like we are in a much more important place than just that. Yeah, Crustle will die. Basically, is what will happen if I used it this round. So, I will evolve Crustle next round into... Oh, wait, no, I'm an idiot. I completely forgot that EXs can attack Crustle. So, we are actually good for now. Use this, and... I don't know, I had a complete lapse in judgment for that. I apologize to anybody that's sitting there pulling their hair out. Because, frankly, I would be too if I was watching this video. I'm going to try to keep my Ogerpon alive as long as possible. And I'm not really sure what the Dynamo's doing, just because it doesn't really seem like we're in a position where many of his Pokemon can do anything to me, but Electrike certainly is when it evolves. I think that might be the EX deck that he is going. At the moment, I believe Manectric, I think I'm saying that wrong, is a Mega Pokemon this time around, if I recall correctly. But I love this Mew card. I don't know, some of the ones where it's just the Pokemon shown. Same thing with Bubble Mew, like, you're just going about your business. That one Slowpoke one, where he's just, like, kind of walking out of an archway into the road. That's a good one. And same thing with, of course, Psyduck, with his constant headache walking down the steps in what looks like a forest. Academy at Night. What is that going to do for him? I'm a little interested to see, because, I mean, I'm just going to switch away to Practice Studio, but that also means that he is going to have one time where he is able to, you know, use it. So I'm a little interested. Prime Catcher means he can use it whenever, and he's going to use Prime Catcher probably right now to kill my Ogerpon. Yeah. I was going to say, like, that really didn't surprise me at all. I didn't realize that you needed to switch out your thing for Prime Catcher, but... Alright, I'm dead. But that means I'm three prize cards down against him. However, I think I'm in a pretty good spot with how this goes. Vitality Band. Yeah, I'm not using that. Get that out of here. Use a Med Mist on this Crustle. We'll get an Arven. Ooh. I'll Luxurious Cape next time. But I don't think he has any special energies right now. I was going to say, I just think it's normal energies. So we can do that for next round, but we can have the cape kind of on deck, ready for next time. So we'll do this. Turbo Energize. That gives me 2 basic energy cards. Or here, and that will get my second Dwebble ready. for whatever comes our way. I don't know, I feel like it has no retreat costs, so like he's definitely going to be able to move here and there, and I'm really glad the Megas this time around have the EX denotion as well. Yeah, exactly. That's what he was going towards. And I'll be honest, I haven't saw this. Discard all energy from the Pokemon, which doing 330 damage in one turn isn't bad for the cost of 3 energy, especially when some people get it set up in a certain way. You've Dynamotor, that, so it looks like they are just setting up a damage-based Pokemon for this time around. Okay, we have Choruses. Just keep giving me Town Store. Search your deck for a Pokemon tool, reveal it. And I am not going to do that for the sole reason of I don't want to do that just yet. We'll get that there, and we'll energy switch, take from him, give it to him, and we can start on our way of doing damage. Why did I deal a little bit extra? I'm not really sure why I dealt extra there. That's probably a skill issue on my part for not understanding this deck very much, but breakdown. Practice Studio. There we go. That was a big skill issue. I've never used Practice Studio before, so you guys are learning at the same time I am, or you're cringing at the same time. I mean, I probably wouldn't blame you for cringing, so. But we have a pretty good setup. I don't want to draw too many more cards than I need to, because if we need to stalemate this, we certainly can. That sucks that Dwebel's going to die, but not much you can do about that. But that is kind of scary. Monkey Dory, Arven. Huh. Doesn't really seem like there's much I can do right now. Item card and Poke Tool. We'll see what item cards we also have. Nest Ball, Luxurious Cape, and Nest Ball. Basically, just as long as they can't one-shot me, but I don't think I'm able to afford that luxury to any other Pokemon at the moment. One-shotting is my biggest issue at the moment, so we'll try to get this and see if we can trick out any other one of our Pokemon. And I'll use this. I'll kill the back line. Oh, wait, I'm an idiot. I cannot do that, actually. I forgot that I had the luxurious cape of royalty or whatever. I'm a little scared that they have one more boss's orders, at least. Yeah, they've only used one, so it would make a lot of sense if they had multiple. I'll be honest, guys, this ain't looking very good, but like, we're also not in a horrible position. May sound weird, but it's kind of true. Pokevile, Colress's Tenacity. Really, the only thing we could get from Colress is another Dark Energy, just in case. Put that there. Put that on him. And we can go forward. Why not use it, I guess. See what we have in the coffers. And it really doesn't look like much. We are not in the best of places at the moment. Unfortunately, with Dwebel dying, we can't do much. But what is good is they don't have any Monkey Dories to be able to return this damage to me At least they don't have any in play at the moment. They can't damage me unless they have these boss's orders. I probably should have kept Ogerpon in my back pocket. I have no real reason to have it out. Alrighty. Please, 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 please use him to start attacking me. That way I can start killing the back line. Minus 60 damage each turn, and you can attack me 3 times. Please. Now, this is actually not a bad deck. I like it. It's very similar if you've ever saw my Frost Monkey Dory deck. It's not the best of decks. However, it allows for a lot more than what you would expect. And I think this one's pretty good. I think if we replaced maybe the Ogerpon with a what's it called? Snowrunt Frostlass, and maybe got rid of one of these Colruses or something like that, it could work pretty well. Boss's orders. Can I kill anybody this time? No. But I can cause a little chaos. Bring him up here. As long as I'm not weak to myself, and I am, in fact, not. I don't need anything else from Town Store. There are no more Poké Tools. But he has a lot of damage he can spread around. And I could have killed that Miraidon right here. But I know who the biggest issue is right now, and it's this Mew. Because he will, in fact, be likely able to do something to me. Because Mew always is able to do dumb stuff. It's Mew. I don't know what to tell you. So we will see where this ends up. This game's sold out so inevitably hard. Okay, somebody's dying this round. And somebody is getting knocked out. And I'm very happy to see that it is... He really wanted that Mew to stay alive, so I'll just kill the Mew. I have a feeling he's stalling a lot, so he's going to be able to get another boss's orders, which is very scary for me. Because if he pulls a boss's orders, I may as well just concede. Ultra Ball. Who is he going for? I wonder. Another electric. Electric. How do I say it? Electric. Yeah, electric. Silly rabbit. Oh, and then we have Pheasantipity, of course. He's really digging for that boss's orders. And there we go. That is the end of the game. Give him that and hit him with the concede. Just so we'll see if it says that he collected all of his prize cards. Yes, it did. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a pretty well fought match, and I out-damaged him a little bit. Not that that really matters in the end. But thanks for watching. Hope you catch the next one.